Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
It's the Average Show podcast, precious.
We don't care, we're about to swear on the air. It's the after the show, so tune in if you dare. KVJ, get risque every single day. It's uncensored. We can say what we want to say.
Yeah, hello, welcome to the Tuesday KVJ After the Show podcast. Lots of interesting discussion to wrap up the regular show about did Jaybird show you his testicles underneath that pizza box and the chat room jam that he did. Lots of love for Valentine's Day.
Lots of love and lots of scrote.
People have spoken. They think it's full-on ball.
71% are saying, yeah, it was your nuts. That was what it was. And I am part of that 71%. I'll just tell you.
So I was trying to explain to Denny's and Suits how I really think it's my butt cheek. And as I'm explaining it, I'm going, well, honestly, man, it's really the battle of two evils. It's either my nut or it's my butthole. So maybe I should just say it's my nut.
Why does your butthole does not look like that, I hope?
No, it's the shape and the shading of the room. I'm telling you.
If your butthole looks like that, you might need to go see a butthole doctor.
If you had a gun to my head right now and to say you got to pick right, is that nut or not nut? I'm going, it's nut.
Me too.
I'm sticking by it. Yeah.
As long as I don't have to take it down.
No, all right,
good.
You're not doing it.
No, we love nuts.
Yeah, that's going to be
it's a
I can't wait. I wish we could have a microphone in the room when YouTube looks at it. And I don't know. That's clearly his nuts, right?
I feel like I could go against it. Like I could go in court with a jury and I could win my case with my
argument.
I really do.
I don't think you won in here. You didn't win in this place.
This is a different kind of jury.
I think you would have to present the evidence and actually show them your nut.
I think you would, yeah.
You would have to recreate the photo.
And I would. With flying colors, I would do that.
You'd have to cat brain the judge.
To clear my name, I would spread them.
We take a new picture, and then not only do you see his nut, you also see his taint.
Yeah, I mean, the book is in. Everyone say it's definitely nuts.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you can check out that.
Go to the video and check it out, though.
Okay.
Give it some more views.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to freeze frame it.
A lot of people have, and the people that are freeze framing and doing the work, they're saying it's his nuts.
All right.
The more people look, the more like, that's clearly his nuts.
I was doing damage control yesterday. I was emailing people back, and no, it's not my balls. I swear, it's just my butthole.
Whatever. Yeah. Do we know your balls better than you do?
No, I'm still double downing. It's
all
not
right.
nut.
Yeah,
it's more cheek.
Double down.
It's
two nuts were down.
It's cheek with shading.
Double nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Cheek with shading.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Go watch that here on YouTube. Let me see a couple other things to mention here. Got several emails. One from Michelle in Port St. Lucie and said, well, I turned into Jaybird's Valentine's Day show for the second year in a row, and I got to say, I was not disappointed.
Okay.
This year's theme was lovemaking, and boy, was his music on point. My husband literally jumped on me to get it on during Freak Me by Silk. Yes, Jaybird, married people still get it on. It was a tantalizing evening.
Whoa.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, that's an endorsement,
Look at this. I'm popping out balls. I'm getting people laid. Love is in the air.
A lot of balls were in the air.
Wow.
A lot of balls.
You're so powerful.
Yeah. That's impressive. I got an email from Kristen. We were talking about tell us your proposal. We'll tell you if the marriage lasts today. And Kristen said, odd thing, I've had 5 proposals. Some were romantic, but the least romantic is the guy I'm still married to 5 years later. 1 kid, happily married, and he proposed to me at a Taco Bell.
Huh.
I guess you just never know, huh?
I mean, if you love the person and you love Taco Bell, it could be perfect.
It all
Some
depends
people
on
love Taco Bell.
She's right. You had McDonald's at your first wedding. A lot of people are like, oh, McDonald's at a wedding. It's what you're into, right?
Yeah, we had a whole bunch of different foods, but yeah, they brought out double cheeseburgers on silver trays and handed them to everybody like around 11 p.m. when everybody's like dancing up a storm and having a great time.
Right.
And then now you're eating cheeseburgers with a nice buzz.
Yeah.
It's just fun.
It's the right move.
It's fun.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Got Chris. Oh, yeah, it was Kristen's email. Got an email here from somebody. I'll keep them anonymous considering what they're talking about here. They're talking about emotional affairs in this, and they want to get our thoughts on it. It says, my friend's husband cheated on her 5 years ago. He confessed to it and then also admitted that he was currently having an emotional affair with someone else. But generally speaking, would a guy ever use the term emotional affair? Would most guys even recognize that they are having an emotional affair, or would it just seem harmless since it didn't result in sex? Is that a guy term, or do guys not really see any harm in the emotional affair?
Guys absolutely see harm in emotional affairs.
But they also don't label it with that name, emotional affair. That's weird. Guys just think that they're friends with a chick and that maybe they're getting close.
I don't know. Modern day shit, people, there's dudes that say that kind of stuff. There is. Emotional cheating and emotional affairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not everybody that says that stuff. But yeah, anyone that's going to be giving your time to your mate, I don't give a fuck what you're calling it, you're going to be annoyed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
If your partner walked in the room, how would they feel if they saw you talking to this chick that you work with about intimate stuff?
Everybody knows in the pit of their stomach what they should and shouldn't be doing. Everyone
Right.
knows.
Do you agree with this article here of a relationship expert saying why we're attracted to married people? Why does this even happen in the first place? And they say, or this person is saying, this supposed expert, that people are attracted to married men and women because of the things they represent, like stability, reliability, devotion. They say that women are interested in married men because they have already demonstrated their willingness to commit. And men are also interested in a married woman because the fact that another man has put a ring on her finger indicating that she's been pre-screened as wife material, giving the illusion that she is a better catch than her more available counterparts.
No.
I disagree with that.
I disagree with that. A married woman is such a turnoff. What are you talking about?
I think the reason why people do have the extramarital affairs, for the most part, isn't it because they think, hey, look, you've got the stable thing. That's not what we want. We want something carnal. And that's why they're attracted to it. Wouldn't that be a large portion of it? That's what I've always thought.
To me, it comes down to the sexual attraction to somebody. If you're attracted to the person, she happens to be married, I don't think it's because she's married. It's because there's been things thrown out and you guys are attracted and you want to do it with each other. It's not because, I got a boner. She's married. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, rings give me a bone piece.
Said no man ever.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that they're off because it says that they're looking at having that affair with somebody married because they're like going, well, somebody else liked them, so they must be great. I just don't think that anybody's thinking about a long-term thing for the most part when they start one of those extramarital affairs.
Now, I'm not saying there's not people out there that don't get attracted to somebody that's married and I gotta bag that. Yeah, I'm sure that happens, but for the most part, no.
Well, I've often heard that some people actually wear wedding rings when they're not because it actually attracts more people.
Really?
I don't.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something that people always say, but it's not true.
Okay.
Because to me, as soon as I see a wedding ring, and I guarantee you most of the people in my personal life would say the same thing. It's like, all right, next, got to move on to the next.
I think it speaks to a subsect of certain people.
Yeah, maybe you're not dirtbag enough.
Right. I think it's a dirtbaggy type of thing to be attracted to. And I think the reason for the attraction is, one, it's unattainable. Some people like the challenge. And then two, they think, okay, well, they're going home to somebody else. I don't want them going home with me. I just want them to be on me for a good 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll call it good.
You're not a dirtbag, Bird. And usually guys that put their balls on YouTube are dirtbags, but you're not a dirtbag, so you can't relate.
I'm just asking the questions. I'm just asking. I'm just learning.
Yeah.
No, I know that there's a type of person that gets turned on by the forbidden married person, but typically affairs happen because there's a sexual attraction there. Yeah, I know that there's that community. There's a whole porn subset on that.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us more that you know.
Well, that's the opening gate of cuckolding.
Cuckold?
Cuckold.
It is rather fascinating to see. I'm sure you've seen this. You got your own couples, and I see this all the time. There's an attractive couple, like my son will be playing sports, and they'll be like, my wife will be like, oh, they used to be married, and then she or he had an affair, and then they're there, and they don't even talk now, and it's just awkward. I'm like, gosh, what was that really worth it? Blowing up your marriage and your whole family for whatever that carnal thing was, and clearly you're not with the person you ruined your marriage for in the first place.
Youth sports, man, they can really ruin a marriage.
You see a lot of it. If you go to youth sports, I can't tell you how many different couples and examples I've seen where an affair happened, and a lot of times would be even with another parent.
The worst is coaching a kid that's got two different parents. You got divorced parents, and one's telling you one thing, and the other one's telling you other, and they're both shit talking each other. I'm like, can I just talk about him playing shortstop, please?
Yeah, there's some whack situations going on.
I'm like, your kid's baseball coach, not your therapist.
That's exhausting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I know there's still a little bit of Super Bowl chatter going on out there. It annoys some people, but it is what it is. Did you see the video of Snoop Dogg getting high before he went on stage?
What, Snoop got high?
I know. Well, he didn't, because that was one of the prop bets. Is he going to smoke on stage? And in California, I guess you can, because recreational marijuana is allowed.
Yeah.
And so he did not on stage, and that was what the bet was. But, oh, yeah, you bet your sweet ass he did before.
Oh, before? After?
Yeah.
Had some probably edibles kicking in during?
Yeah. They had Snoop's pregame warm-up. And, yeah, he was, right before he went on, he was puffing.
I'd imagine everybody might have been smoking a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know where Dr. Dre is on that. I don't know where Eminem is on that, because I know he was coming off that pill addiction, right? And so I'm wondering if he even partakes in marijuana at all.
I don't know.
If I was a betting man.
But if you have gone to rehab and you were trying to kick pills, wouldn't they tell you don't do marijuana?
Yeah, Kev, but you're talking about people who are in Hollywood and that are celebrities.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just talking about a rehab thing. That's why I don't know what his status is. I know he battled with that for years.
I don't know Eminem's story. I really don't. I do know that I've heard a lot of people in Hollywood, that we've talked about it before, they've gotten off pills and onto weed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know where he's set on that. I have never seen him around marijuana. I know he had the pill thing, but...
Is Eminem... maybe he doesn't smoke. I don't know.
Yeah, Angie and Yasix, not that they know, but they said, yeah, I think Eminem is sober. And doesn't,
Em is sober, they say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I've never seen him with it.
Ball Pennington wrong again? Is he really sober, though?
And were those really your balls?
All great questions, and I have a tough time believing celebrities.
They tell you what they want you to hear.
Oh, yeah.
And you'll never really know the truth. I mean, you don't know what somebody does.
I don't give a fuck either way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't care either.
They did an ad meter. I don't know how it works, but apparently it's a way to gauge what are the more successful commercials. USA Today put it together, so I'm not sure how the process of ad meter works. But whatever the process is, they say the Rocket Homes and Rocket Mortgage Dream House with Anna Kendrick and Barbie was the top-rated Super Bowl commercial of all of them.
And then I saw that the lowest rate was that weird screen thingy.
The QR code.
Yeah, it was. The Coinbase. Yeah, the bouncing QR code. That was the lowest rated. I don't doubt that, because I saw a lot of complaints on Twitter. I was looking at comments during the game, and yeah, people were really bitching about that one, so that does not surprise me. The second one was the Mind Reader with Scarlett Johansson and Colin Jost. That was cute.
It was cute. I've seen it like 80 times now.
Yeah.
I like it.
We saw it 4 months before the Super Bowl, so it's really not a Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah, and that's the only problem about some of the Super Bowl commercials. When you do a commercial that's so damn clever that after the 5th time you see it, you're like, okay, I get the clever. And it kind of almost annoys. I think they burn out faster than ones that are just basic.
People they're letting us know, sober 14 years for Eminem.
Okay.
And Mary J. Blige sober for 11 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
No shit. Well, good for them.
Yeah.
All right.
So I was wrong again.
Yeah. We'll keep it going. Let's keep a bird wrong poll here. Yeah. Keep it coming. Michael had said, anybody managed to collect the number of dogs in the Super Bowl commercials? What was it, over-under on that? That was a prop bet you could do. It was like 6 or something like that?
Yeah.
I didn't see the final number on that. And I wonder, do you count that robot dog they had in the one car commercial?
For the sake of the game, I think we should.
Yeah, I think it is
Yeah,
a
you
dog because they're
should.
still playing on the same emotions.
Am I the only one that thought that a lot of the commercials, and I'm usually not a big commercial guy anyway when it comes to the Super Bowl, but a lot of them were just regular, boring-ass commercials. I wasn't overwhelmed.
No, they
There were
don't-
some cute moments, don't get me wrong, but it just looked like I was fucking watching TV.
Regular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hated this when they tried doing this a long time ago and being like, the commercial. I'm like, dude, they're commercials.
Yes.
I don't care.
Exactly. We've been duped.
Yeah, I'd never have been too gaga about them. Janelle went off sharing a post about the halftime show, and it was somebody just really kind of like talking about how for that 13 minutes of the halftime show, how it was needed, how it really tapped into the nostalgia for Gen X and millennials, and it was a great thing for the country at that time. And yeah, I mean, a lot of people really seem to love it. And, there are some arguments about the greatest ever Super Bowl halftime show. Justin said the one I got into about somebody was arguing, trying to say that the U2 halftime show in 2002 was the best ever. And look, it's going to come down to what music you like and what
Totally.
era you grew up in.
If you like U2, you might have not liked the whole
Yeah.
Dr.
Well,
Dre thing.
Ask somebody who hates you two if they like that halftime show. They're going to go, fuck you.
Yeah. The one thing that I did like about this one, and I don't know if you can do it with every single city, but it was great that those artists, for the most part, minus Eminem, was a representative of Los Angeles. That Dre and Snoop is that you could have.
Is it 50? Or 50?
No, maybe he's not. I'm trying to think of what city he's from. That's where I thought that they really leaned into it was, Dr. Dre was kind of the person they got, and they wanted that representation for Los Angeles. And yeah, I don't know where all the other artists are, only those three. So
I was really, for a second ago, they're going to bring out Ice Cube. Today was a
That's
good
what
day.
Panda
Give me
said.
today was a good day. I needed.
well,
Panda was hoping that so hard.
on the behind the scenes, it does make you wonder, was he asked and said, hey, I can't, or he turned it down, or was he
Great
not asked?
question.
And if he wasn't asked, is he like, hey, man, I mean, I was there with you, and I had some hits, and can't bring me out for one. If we're talking about Los Angeles, he did a lot of songs that people would know that represented Los Angeles.
I'm a big fan of when you have a bunch of stuff that, it might be a surprise. Oh, shit. Fitty, who else is coming out? I just love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it was
and I
cool.
like that it was different artists. I don't know. I like a
Yeah.
buffet because if it's a band I don't give a shit about.
like U2.
Yeah, a Buster said, 50 Cent is Queens, New York. So,
Oh, okay.
it wasn't just Los Angeles. I mean, it had that feel. But that, to me, would be awesome. If you had enough great artists from a city that could carry it, but that would be the point, is I don't know that you could.
Did they ask Ice Cube?
I don't know.
Does he talk?
I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Does Ice Cube talk? Yeah, the last time I checked, Ice Cube does talk.
No, I mean, is he talking about all this?
No, I don't think so.
Well, Dre is. I think he was like doing a whole entire interview.
About Ice Cube?
No, about the Super Bowl performance and all the details and the behind the scenes. But yeah, did anybody ask Ice Cube to be there?
Did you like Ice Cube back in the day? I loved. There was
Ice
about
Cube,
4
yeah.
or 5 songs I loved so much by Ice Cube.
Yeah, I was a really big Ice Cube fan, and when I first got into radio, he was really hitting hard then with a lot of stuff. And when I first got into radio, I wanted to do an internship, and I went to New York and L.A., and I had offers at 2 stations. The one station I had an offer for, I had 2 offers in L.A. to either go to a station called Power 106 or Kiss FM. And when I was there listening to Power 106, yeah, they were really playing a lot of It Was a Good Day was big on the radio. And I was just in there, and it was, really one of my first times ever being to Los Angeles, and to be
Wow.
there. And all those songs were on Power 106 at that time. You would hear Snoop and all that kind of stuff. And I was
Remember-
like, gosh, this is awesome. And it really felt like Los Angeles.
Fool, you know how we do it.
Yeah. So I
love
was
that
there.
song.
Yeah, I was there when that sound was really big and all those songs were out. And so a big part of me, I really thought I was going to wind up in Los Angeles. And
L.A. Kev,
Yeah, it would. It probably would have changed. I don't know where I would be today.
Did your parents take you on both of those expedition trips out to LA and then to New York?
No, I went solo.
Wow.
Yeah, I went solo. I went on my own. So yeah, I flew there. Had I'd worked for a while, saved up my money, and flew to New York City and interviewed there, and then flew to Los Angeles. We went there for spring break. That's when I was there. In fact, we were talking about the earthquakes today. I was there on the beach for the Northridge quake.
When you were 17?
I was yeah.
Wow.
Somewhere right around there.
When you went all over by yourself, was there ever a time where you got lonely or scared or sad, confused?
No.
You loved it.
Yeah.
You had an adventurous heart.
Well, I'm an only child, and so I think there's something about it. Yeah, when you're an
I
only child.
prefer to be alone.
Yeah, and I'm an introvert too. I really
But
am.
also,
so,
too, though, I
yeah.
mean, growing up in a small town and then going to New York, L.A. by yourself, a lot of people, that's going to shake them a bit. Not everyone's going to be, it's just fucking great.
There are two different approaches when you come from a small town. There's either I love the small town, I'm afraid of the outside world, or it's like, I want to see the world because this is all I've ever seen. And
I got to get out.
Yeah, and I was from the other side of it, where I just wanted to see the world. I wanted to get out because Logan was all I knew.
He's a Doc Hollywood. Look at this fucker.
My mom had that mindset. My mom had been an exchange student. Yeah, she traveled. She took me to Europe when I was a young kid, and so that I think helped out. So I was ready to go. So it was exciting for me.
Traveling Kev.
Yeah, I'd like to do some more. But
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm glad we got
bitch is broke.
glad we got him back from L.A.
Yeah, what was the solidifying decision process that made you pick New York over LA?
You know what? I went, and the program director of New York came up, and he took the time and came into my interview, and I found out kind of later, I think he was just fucking with me, but
You thought he really liked you.
yeah, I thought he liked me, and then I went there and he just tortured me the entire time. Such an asshole to me, yeah. So oddly enough, I chose it for that reason, but there was something cool about New York, and honestly, I think for me it worked out great that I did, because being here in South Florida, I have a great perspective of New York City and
East Coast sensibility.
yeah, and understanding the city and all that kind of stuff.
He's got
It is very different, West Coast, East Coast.
He's got those
Yeah.
East Coast smarts, we like to call it.
Yeah. And then I wound up living in California for 2 years and spent a lot of time there. But when I was there, I loved it, and I love that it's chill, but I'm happy that I'm here. And when you're on the West Coast and everything you know is on the East Coast, man, there's such a disconnect. It feels weird. That time zone does a lot to really create a feeling of distance. So I'm happy being an East Coast guy.
East Coast Kev. I kind of think Louisiana, Virginia might have been kind of a dick. I don't know. I'm just.
At least I'm consistent.
You're a sweetheart. Come on. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Larry had sent an email. He's like, "How about some Garth Brooks at the Super Bowl next year?" Yeah,
Is that how he sounds in your head?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, that is really the tough thing. I don't know. Picking out these artists for who's going to work, that's a great challenge, and who's worthy enough to do it.
Now,
And
what if they did a Garth Brooks does a little bit, and holy shit, here comes fucking George Strait with the song.
They would have to do a country powerhouse.
Yeah.
if you ever did it in
medley.
Nashville, that kind of stuff, I like the medley. That was the one thing that I think was good. I think the medley really does kind of work, having several artists where you can touch on, different points. That's really cool. And if you can somehow connect it to the city, at least with one main artist, I think that's great. If they ever, next time they do a Miami Super Bowl, it'd be great to have an artist that connects to Miami, at least part of it, to kind of do what Dr. Dre did.
Gloria Estefan, here comes Pitbull, everybody.
I think that they right now would do DJ Khaled.
Yeah, well, I'm saying, who would be on the list? You'd have Khaled, you'd have Gloria Estefan, you would have...
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know who they would put together.
Where is the Super Bowl next year?
Next year it's in Phoenix.
So all your Phoenix artists...
That's kind of boring.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah, and there may be some great ones from Phoenix. I just
Phoenix,
don't
no
know.
flavor.
I was
Yeah.
going to send Kevin a 9-page email. Motherfuckers, this guy was from Phoenix.
And then you got Vegas is coming up.
Oh, that could be fun.
Well, you'd have the Killers, Imagine Dragons. Those are two that I know off the top of my head that are from Vegas.
Oh, my gosh.
Blue Man Group.
Virginia's all in this Blue Man
It's some
group.
bullshit.
I'm just trying to
You know, when we're all just out in our cars bumping Blue Man group.
make Blue Man Group happen.
Yeah, you really are. And you hate blue, which is what's odd.
And you hate men, which is double odd.
Yeah, I know. Everything about them. You hate.
Yeah. I like to keep y'all on your toes.
Good heavens. Definitely got me spun around. Tiffany, a longtime fan, said, hey, I just want to let you know you had referenced Sweet Magnolia. I want to let Kevin Virginia know that it is a show on Netflix for adults.
Okay. Not for the kids.
Yeah. So,
All right.
just in case you were wondering what Sweet Magnolia is. Yeah, I'd heard a couple references to
You
it.
said that it's on Showtime, you said?
Nope. I said it was on Netflix.
Where did I get Showtime?
I don't know, dude, but he just said Netflix. So you're just trying to prove how dumb you are.
All right. Fuck. Jeez. You can't make a mistake around these parts.
No.
Can't
She goes
show
in
your
hard.
nuts and you can't be double
Oh,
dumb.
I beg to differ. You can indeed show your nuts.
Are you now admitting it's your nuts?
No, I'm not. I honestly am saying.
No, I'm not.
I do not.
No, I'm not.
I'm not saying it's my nut. I'm not.
I'm not.
But I'm also not 100% sure either. So I don't know what to fucking tell you.
You're
this
not
morning,
sure.
I was convinced that was not my nut.
But the people have kind of.
Everyone in my head's made me think, but in my heart, I don't think it is.
You're looking at one freeze frame. So, luckily, what KVJ Nation is doing is they are extrapolating multiple different freeze frames from other element parts of the video. And they're like, dude, there's both your hands. That's your nut.
I'm over here
Yeah.
now. I'm at a point now where I'm saying it's not a nut and it's not a nut. I'm just. I'm
you're
listening. I'm
one way or
listening.
the other, okay.
I'm taking the time to listen.
You could be
You're like Whoopi
swayed.
Goldberg.
I'm Whoopi Goldberg.
You're hearing both sides of the conversation, and you're still going to have important conversations.
And much like Whoopi Goldberg, if corporate sees that video, I'll be out for 2 weeks.
No, plausible deniability. You had no idea that was
Oh
your
my
nut.
gosh, of course not. And I still am over here saying it's not my nut, but I am listening.
Oh, yeah. If our bosses are listening, we don't think it's a nut. We're just doing this for the radio.
I think it's shading with a cheek.
Somebody had said the show is a Christian Lifetime show for bitter divorced women on Netflix.
Okay.
Okay, if you want to watch that.
Sweet Magnolia? Christian for divorced bitter people?
That's,
What?
I don't know. That's what
That
somebody
sounds
Sharon said. That's what
awful. I don't think I'd
Sharon
watch
said.
that with your eyes.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
A show that is on Netflix that I'm getting a little interested in. It's, in fact, their #1 show that they got right now is Inventing Anna. Starting to see some people talking about that. It's got the girl with the blonde curly hair we kept talking about from Ozark.
Oh, yeah, the one that looks like Justin Timberlake.
We're not
Yeah.
talking about this in our show.
Yeah, Julia Garner. She's kind of starting to become a little bit of a star, I
Oh,
think,
she
because of
is.
Ozark, and it seems like there's a lot of hype on this Inventing Anna that is out there. Anna Chlumsky is in it. She was a child star, but then she also was on Veep for a long time.
What an
So it's
unfortunate
those
name.
two.
Her
Is
last
that-
name is Chlumsky.
Is Slumsky? Is she the one from
Yeah, she was the one where...
is that Veda from is she
yeah.
the blonde girl?
Yeah, yeah.
From My Girl?
Yeah, from My Girl.
No shit.
Yeah, she's now all grown up. She was on Veep,
Yeah.
for a long time. And this is a Shonda Rhimes show. So, she's written all those hits for ABC.
Yeah, she's the kingmaker.
Yeah, Inventing Anna's the name of it, and it's #1. So apparently that's the new hot show. So I might check that out. See if it's any good. Okay, let me see a couple other emails that we got here for you. We got one from Rose and Doug in South Jersey. And they said, yeah,
Forget
hey,
about it.
yeah, hey, yo,
Come
yeah.
on, Sopranos, fucking live on.
Yeah, go check out that Z100 special there. Yeah. Oh, that's out, by the way, if you want to go see that. Did I mention that already?
No, what is that?
They did a documentary on its worst to first on the radio station I was talking about. I went to go do my, where I went in New York.
Your internship.
My internship, yeah. It was Z100, and it's a big popular radio station in New York City. But this was when they were like an elevator music station, and when they flipped and went to what they are now, still going big. You can go and all these kind of platforms. It's like $5, but yeah, it's got Scott Shannon in it. It's basically his story about how he turned it around. But
I love Scott Shannon.
Elvis Duran had a big hand in making it, and they both of those guys did a great job with it. So
Is your boy
solid.
Kingston in that?
Yes. If
A
you want
lot?
to see the guy that fucking trolled me, he's so disheveled in it. You can see the guy. And I sent back an email to Scott. I'm like, clearly you guys don't have wardrobe. Nobody can find this guy a comb. Yeah, he's in it. You'll see him. Yeah, he's.
That's so weird you say that because there's a documentary on Netflix they do called The Toys That Made Us.
Yeah.
And there's a guy who he was one of the main developers for the WWF toys, and the whole time he's got this shitty fucking shirt on. It's in high definition, and you could tell he shaved before. There's beard shavings all over his shirt, and you're going, dude, this is a Netflix documentary.
Yeah.
Get it together, man. The whole time I'm thinking,
what are you doing?
I'm trying to watch this about toys, and all I can think about is how terrible this fuck's shirt looked like.
Damn,
Yeah.
beard hair on the shirt?
Virginia, it was gross. It was so gnarly.
Yeah. So
Yeah, if
yeah,
you
you
get a
can see him.
documentary, check your wardrobe. And that's coming from me.
Thank you, Farmer Ted.
So let me see. They said here from South Jersey, you mentioned the Wendy's Frosty cereal, and last week I was in ShopRite and I was walking down the cereal aisle, and lo and behold, I found it.
Really?
It is real. It is delicious. I bought it.
Do we
so
have
there
that
go.
here? Wendy's Frosty cereal.
I have not seen it.
Rocco would love
There's
that.
proof that she took a photo and sent it.
I am noticing that a lot of cereals and items in general are not. It's every store is hit or miss. Every Publix is different. I'll go to one Publix thinking I'm getting Uncrustables. They're out, but they got more.
There's been supply chain issues, Jay-Bird.
Well, I hear that the truckers in Canada. No, I got nothing.
You look like a trucker in Canada.
I stand with the truckers. I'm just kidding. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Don't send me no fucking 9-page manifesto, politically motivated.
I stand with the truckers until I find out that I don't stand with them. I don't know what they're standing for.
Someone will say, "Oh, you stand with the truckers, Bird," and it'll be this long
You
list of
fuckface.
Yeah, the sexism in the trucker. Like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I just stand with the truckers' costume.
Yeah, it was a laundry month.
Can't watch yourself anymore. It's crazy. All right. Well, thank you for all the emails, wherever you might be from. Let us know. We'll try to add you to the KVJ Nation map as well. We got a global map wherever you're listening. Always send us an email and let us know if you're listening from outside of South Florida. Send us that email, mail@kvjshow.com. We'll drop a pin wherever your location is. So there you go. Thank you all for tuning in. Those emails, send them to us, mail@kvjshow.com.
Thank you to our friends at Atoll Vodka. They certainly make a delicious vodka. It's got a little hint of citrus, and they give back too. A portion of the proceeds go to autism charities. So we love Atoll Vodka. You can buy it today at mashandgrape.com.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.